This is the penultimate round coming to Homestead here, but we're at Rockingham Motor Speedway. This track is so crucial on tire wear, they're gonna have to find it out the hard way here. Alex Benyako on pole here as he's gonna lead the field to the green flag here at Rockingham Motor Speedway. Great start from that number 8. Championship contender TJ Martin right on the rear end of that Reese's Chevrolet as they round turn number 2 for the very first time here since earlier in the year, as Martin still 6 in behind second to Max in third, as Aiden Shepard looking for that 4th position on James Shelley. As the field spreads out on lap number 1, it's Alex Benyako leading that first lap there with Martin in second, as everybody else trying to fan themselves out. Nick Salmon on the charge here, and a car already having issues. That's Ventilio in the number 2. He is blowing up already on the early stages of this race here, and it's deja vu all over again. Or the Ike Durbin entry here. Ike Durbin with another mechanical issue that will end his race here early on. Another bad run for this too. One driver already slipping backwards is James Shelley there. He started on the outside pole, but hasn't really been able to get a grasp on that inside groove there, as he's just been getting overtaken by cars 2 and 4th. Here, as he actually does blend into Will Lewis, but he has dropped all the way down to the 12th spot right behind Anthony Marchese and John Arndt. Corey Williams trying to get back upwards. Jake West, the points leader, coming in. He has a 22-point gap there as he's going to look around. Hannah Allen on the inside groove there. Good run off the corner there. Jake West with the advantage. He's going to take 5th away here, so Jake West really trying to maintain that gap on TJ Martin so he can be comfortable coming into Homestead here, while TJ Martin is trying to hound Alex Benyako here. As Sean Angel looking around that 0 car, as well as Nick Salmon. Salmon having a quiet start to this race, sliding up the track there, but gets around that IKEA Chevrolet quite easily here. As there you see more cars going at it in the back of the field here. A couple of cars kind of starting in the back that you didn't expect to start in the back are the Flying Aces cars of JJ Roberts and Alexander Rowe. Those two of them have kind of struggled in qualifying, and they're currently running near the back of the pack here, so you might see these guys get up there near the end of this one. So nonetheless, though, a rocky start for that camp really overall, but they're going to be trying to get on the charge here. Roberts getting around Jake Rogers there, and right behind the slow Patrick Smith there, but that 25 car in 05 has showcased some race pace, but they just haven't really had the few results to really showcase that. Aiden Shepard has closed in on Eric DeMax, and you see the amount of center speed he gets off the corner there. Shepard on the bottom there, he's got his nose there, but DeMax holds that outside groove there and into the corner. Shepard trying to let off really early to see if DeMax makes a mistake, and just look at the drive off. Goes Aiden Shepard there down the backstretch, and Shepard's got his nose right there. He's going to look underneath that 16 car, his teammate. Coming in here, Sean Angel's going to follow here, a trio of Rodriguez cars teaming up on Eric DeMax here, really a duo of those cars, as Jake West coming in to spoil the party here. West has kind of struggled a little bit, even though he's currently in the top 10. Now up to 5th again. Sean Angel did get around that 4 car here, while Anthony Marchese and Salmon are going to also try and come into the party here. James Shelley has made his way back up into the top 10 here. Blaze McKinney, good climb up from this Great Clips machine here, and they had a good car coming into the earlier season at Rockingham, but had a really nasty flip on the backstretch there with contact with lap traffic. So Blaze McKinney trying to get back on really a good effort for this 12 team like they were earlier in the season. As you see, Sean Harple on the inside of Hannah Allen and looking underneath John Arndt here for a position here. So Sean Harple trying to get on the charge here to showcase that experience he has in Sony Cup, and just to showcase that he is a champion for a reason in this series here. Remember, he won the 2016 championship for Fuel Brothers Racing. So this 5-team, really the 5 car, has been looking pretty good in the race despite not showcasing where he's at the moment, 13th. They had some good long run speed for this 5 car, so you might want to keep an eye out on that Pro Core machine. Aiden Shepard has continued to carve that lead in half. Slowly but surely, that 60 car's been getting stronger and stronger, and here he goes underneath the inside of TJ Martin for position there. Martin has not really had the car he's wanted here today, but here comes the Rodriguez cars of Shepard and Angel, looking underneath Angel with the run into the corner there. And here comes Anthony Marchese. He's come out of nowhere here. He's looking underneath Jake West for position here, and Marchese still looking for that first win here, and also had a clutch effort in Sony Cup qualifying by making it in the go-home qualifying session and making it in just on time. As there you see Jake West going underneath TJ Martin. That is pivotal for this championship here. West certainly loving what he's seeing. He needs to gain points on TJ Martin to really secure that gap, as I mentioned, for this championship fight, because one small mistake for Jake West, or really a big one, could really cost him some potential points here, because every point matters here on the line, as Sean Angel does go around Aiden Shepard for that second spot. Angel, currently third in that points, I believe, is now up to second, and they're trying to close in on Ben Yako here. Yako's had a pretty quiet race all day, or all night to say the least, but he's certainly trying to really extend that gap. But lap traffic, you see, is going to be a factor here for this 8 car and for the rest of the leaders. Ben Yako has been catching lap traffic slowly but surely, but he's getting held up by Kyle Keith in that 36 car. You see Anthony Marchese, he actually got around Sean Angel for that second spot. You saw a car smoking down the pit lane. That is Chris Louvier, so a tough break for the Roush family team, who's been having some good runs here, but Anthony Marchese has now closed in the gap on Ben Yako. Look at the amount of momentum he gets off the corner there, just to showcase the impact those lap cars have, and much of a hindrance, to say the least, as Yako just trying to defend his position, but to no avail, because here comes car number 66 on the bottom of the track there for the race lead, and he certainly will take that race lead there. Anthony Marchese to the point there as Jake Rogers on that inside groove there. Yako is not going to give up without a fight here, as you see Jake Rogers now getting in the 66's way. You see there Sean Angel and Jake West not too far behind you. You can just tell the differentials between the lead lap cars there. Yako looks like he's slowing a bit on the track there, and it looks like it might be a set of green flag pit stops here. Yako's going to lead them down. Jake West is going to do the same thing. Here comes Aiden Shepard, Martin, DeMax and Salmon. And you see James Richardson also coming down pit lane as well. Here comes John Arndt, Seth Cole, Jack Porkins, and many others here. They're all going to try and take advantage here and maybe do an undercut here. As you see Will Lewis, the defending Rockingham winner earlier this year, he's certainly trying to improve the adjustments on that Smithfield Dodge here. So Anthony Marchese staying out for another lap. Everybody else, though, coming down, and there's a crash in turn 3. That is Blaze McKinney there. His car is smoking, and Max Luger just ran into the back of John Bunnell, so it looks like an incident between those 3 cars brought out the caution. And for Anthony Marchese, that is going to be really good for him, because he could leapfrog a lot of those drivers here, really, because of pit stops, and a lot of them are going to be in danger of being a lap down or so, or really just being on the tail end of the lean lap here. So this is really going good for Anthony Marchese. Looking at what happened, John Bunnell came down the track into Sean Angel, and he hits the wall there, and watch Blake McKinney nowhere to go. He gets collected, and Kyle Buschelia gets a piece of it as well. Not much damage to the 86, but for car number 12, just another bad weekend for them. And you see Max Luger hitting that back end of the 53 there. I'm not sure what happened. I believe he had some mechanical issues as well, but a tough break for Blaze McKinney, especially because they were looking pretty good in the long stint of this run, and it's going to be no avail for the Fisher Motorsports team here at Rockingham. On the restart, it was Sean Angel that would lead the field to the green flag, but you can tell how many cars were on the tail end of the lead lap just based on where he was scored. And Angel trying to just thread around a lot of the cars that are off the pace here, really just not up to pace to say the least, as Alex Benyako trying to also yield his way around them, as he's going to go to the inside there, way to the bottom of the track there. Angel shuffled into the marbles as West also on the bottom. Also, you seen that 4 car back there trying to get upwards to try and really get close to them here, as Yako looking for that lead. Angels now drops to second, as the field really scattering themselves around. You notice a lot of these drivers are going at it, and there goes Kyle Keith spinning around right into Jack Porkins. Nowhere to go for them, and a huge crash in the back in turns 3 and 4. There's Vance Conwell there, no place to go. He's got a lot of smoke to the T-Mobile machine there. And Anthony Marchese, who was one of the few drivers that were fortunate and really was lucky to pounce on that opportunity, has a lot of damage to his 66 car. And Kyle Keith, another wrecked race car for Young Motorsports here. Certainly not the season he's wanted to remember, but it's really a saving grace for a lot of those drivers on the tail end of that pack. They're going to get themselves back in contention for this running, or what could be a win for one of those drivers here today. See, they were 3 wide down the backstretch, and it just didn't work. Seth Cole got into the back of the 36, clipping Jack Porkins, who had no place to go, into the retaining barrier. And then the 36 just sliding down. Vance Conwell does nowhere to go. Sean Harple gets sideswiped in it. Cody Lum is collected there. Kyle Bachelia, Lashiva Stallers, Alexander Rowe, notable others there collected, but one of the notables as I mentioned earlier in the race, was Anthony Marchese, who was having such a stellar run in that 66 car. And well, they could have actually won this race due to strategy there and due to a timely caution. But it looks like it's not going to be that case here today for the 66 car, because he's got a lot of damage on both sides of that Ford Mustang. Alex Benyeko leading on the restart yet again, though. Sean Angel's going to try and take this as an opportunity to maybe come back and attack that 8 car with less lap traffic this time around. As a couple of others running really well here. Bobby Jones running in the 5th spot here at the moment, so a good run for them. More contact in the back, and that's Jeffrey White spinning around. He slides up the racetrack, and a hard impact for James Shelley. And Will Lewis is collected there, as well as James Richardson there, so more calamity on the backstretch. And this has really set the bar up for these contenders here, because time is running out, and these drivers, it looks like they're getting more desperate here. But Jeffrey White, who has just had a rocky season in the 22, is going to have another bad race here today. James Richardson's had a really horrid second half as well, and his car is basically demolished, and he's going to really get that car towed, so he's going to be in quite a predicament there. But car number 22 here, just another bad race for them, and certainly one for James Shelley, who had a pretty good qualifying run and had some pretty good runs here lately, had a good streak of finishes here, but it looks like that's going to be ended here today. And it actually looked like Jeffrey White came down on Alexander Rowe, and the 22 slides into the inside wall. Upwards in the track, nothing really White could do any different, and hard impact into the driver's side from James Shelley there, just a vicious hit. And Will Lewis nowhere to go, 2 of the Fierce Sport cars demolished. And then there's James Richardson, an innocent bystander, and the car gets stalled onto the apron there, but a rocky race for Fierce Sport here, and especially for James Shelley and Will Lewis here, and Jeffrey White, who was running in the top 15 at the time. That run has come to an end. While that accident was occurring, Sean Angel had a good run off a turn 4 there, and a monster effort there from that 6 car as he led across the line there on Alex Benyeko. A great lead change from Sean Angel, just showcasing how aggressive this Canadian will get if he wants to get another victory this season for the Rodriguez Racing Camp. Sean Angel continues to lead on the restart, Yako in second, West third. Nothing really much changed between the top 3 besides the 2 of them going at it for most of this time. As you see lap cars of Paul Jackson, Daniel Olson, the cars rounding turn 2, Hannah Allen against the wall there. Really getting stuck there, a really rocky situation for her, and more contact, and they're still crashing again. Hannah Allen, Marchese again, and Seth Cole this time around is also in the wrecks, so Seth Cole not a stranger to the wrecks here today here for the 07 team. And there's some more smoke coming down there as they go to the yellow flag here. Corey Williams actually takes second away from Alex Benyeko there, Sean Harple, West, and all the others here. Bobby Jones in 6th there, give a shout out to him. J.J. Robertson, that 7th spot, and Caleb Farrell in that 8th position there as the yellow flag is out. Cautions are breeding cautions here in this race here today. See Hannah Allen having a huge run after hitting the wall, and they just all squeeze each other there, all going for one spot, and just to no avail, sending all 3 of them into the outside wall. Minimal damage done, and you saw Patrick Smith also getting collected there, front end damage there, and there was a save off of turn 4 there. I think that might have been Max Luger, and that 29 there, so we're going to have to look at that here for him. And yeah, that was actually a great save off of turn 4 there. Got some assistance from Jack Porkins there for that save. In spite of being a lap car, that was still some good wheel driving skills there from the Quiznos machine. But man, it's been quite a chaotic race ever since that first caution during green flag pit stops occurred. It's really just gone a bit out of hand for a lot of these drivers here. They're just really desperate for all these track positions and just all they can to gain some points. Alex Benyeko decided to stay on the track once more, while Angel and a couple of the others decided to pit. Caleb Farrell was in that 2nd spot here. We've seen some good progression from Caleb Farrell here this season, as lap cars getting in the way there. Yako getting held up but pushing Daniel Olson out of line there. You see some cars finding that wall there, but here comes John Arndt down to the inside there. the Atlanta winner coming in here. John Arndt looking for 2 wins in a row here this year, as he's already gotten 2 wins in the belt for CM, but he's certainly trying to get upwards there. You saw Ben Yako make a bit of contact with Daniel Olson there. Caleb Farrell stays in 3rd, but look who's coming in the top 5 there. Eric Monaco and the 96 car is doing a fantastic job here in that 5th position. Jonathan Wong fading a bit ways back there. You see getting freight trained by several drivers here. As Marquez coming down pit lane, he's got issues with his car. As TJ Martin trying to get back on the charge here. Looks like we'll see where scoring has him. He's in 7th right now there. Rob Evans running in the 8th position here, really the 9th position there, as Nick Salmon gets around that 51 there. Jonathan Wong running pretty well there. Eric DeMax trying to charge his way back upward towards the field. So really these underfunded cars are having a field day here today at Rockingham, with so many cars scored a lap down and just so many having issues, and due to pit cycles, it's really given them some good spotlights and some TV time to see if they can get themselves upwards to a solid result, or based upon their team standards could be a win for them. As you see TJ Martin continuing to climb his way up, he knows points are on the line here. He gets around Alex Benyako, Nick Salmon, trying to do the same thing here, getting around Eric Monaco quite easily here, disposing at 96 there. Cody Lamas now up to 3rd here. Good run for the 34 car here, as the rest of the field pretty much taking themselves quite nicely here, but they're still double file, quite a bit rows back, as Alex Benyako down that inside, still on Alexander Rowe. Paul Jackson getting shuffled out of line there. Jake West stuck behind Will Lewis, and really just a lot of racing all over the racetrack here, especially within that middle groove and that middle pack, to say the least, here at the Rock. Really some good action here today. Bradley Bishop Jr. getting challenged for the 8th position by Sean Harple and Sean Angel. The 2 Seans battling Bishop, while Aiden Shepard is also on the climb here. He's trying to get around Caleb Farrell for the 5th position, and he will get around Caleb Farrell for that 5th position there. Eric DeMax reeling in the 2 UER cars. They're both running 3rd and 4th, so a good week for them yet again. While John Arndt still leads, but TJ Martin has really closed in that gap. As you see, the yellow lights are out, but they're still going to be racing back. John Arndt still with that lead, but here comes Martin with a huge run coming into turn 3. He dives it on John Arndt. Arndt's not really going to like the room he was given there, and Martin's going to get the run off the corner, and he's going to lead across the line there. New leader is car number 71 here. TJ Martin is going to certainly need these points here, because with Jake West a bit ways back, and maybe a bonus point can pretty much be the aid for TJ Martin here coming into the finale, because that is going to be very crucial here. Jake Rogers got hooked by Bobby Jones off a turn 4, and the car tail slapped the turn 4 wall, and nowhere to go for Sam Oskin. He just got clipped at the end of that one, and out of the race goes Sam Oskin there. He had a pretty stellar run coming in, a really solid run coming in. That 62 car about a midfield run, and it looks like it's just not meant to be for Sam Oskin here. His race is going to come to an end. TJ Martin leads on the restart, but look at the launch he got on Cody Lamas. He caught Lamas sleeping that time around, and here comes Eric DeMax on the bottom of the track. He's hungry for a win for Rodriguez Racing there, as he gets around the 34 there. Hannah Allen against off a turn 2. Kaya Bachelia bouncing off some cars near the back, but TJ Martin trying to run away with this race win potentially. DeMax trying to get around lap traffic. Can he do it? He gets into Jack Halleck. Halleck spins the car around, sliding up the racetrack and into Jake West. West nowhere to go, and a huge pile up into turn 1 takes out a lot of the contenders coming in. John Arndt is involved there. Caleb Farrell, his car is stuck on the apron. John Buttle's in it. Hannah Allen, James Richardson there, Will Lewis. But a lot of damage to Jake West there, to the Ford machine there, as Martin's going to take it across the line. He's your leader, as he's going to take it in turn 1, and he hits John Buttle. Both cars now with damage, so both the 4 and the 71, the top 2 in the point standings coming in, have a lot of damage to their race cars here. And Jake West, I think they're calling it a day here. Their car is too destroyed to keep on going. TJ Martin's got a lot of smoke on the back end of his car, really on the side. Look at the left amount of side damage to that 71 machine, but that could give Sean Harple and Nick Salmon the catbird seat here, as Nick Salmon coming down pit lane, everybody else coming down pit lane. But what a turn of events here for the championship contenders, specifically within the top 2. TJ Martin looked like he could have been smooth sailing after that crash he heard. And now it looks like they're going to have to try and fix that car. Jake West coming down pit lane, they're going to call it a day. Their car is absolutely demolished. While TJ Martin coming down pit lane, they're going to try and repair that car to the best of their ability. Nick Salmon in pit lane, they're taking some tires here, so we're seeing how things pan out. But looking to see the championship picture here between the 71 and the others. I don't know if Nick Salmon's car is on track anymore. They're out of it. Nick Salmon is out of the race there. They reported they have a tire issue with their car that probably messed with the inner parts of that car. As there you see Sean Hartwell coming out, TJ Martin looks like they're not going to retire that car yet, so dedicated workers in the Turner Performance Camp. This is going to be fundamental in the championship hunt here, because with Jake West out of this race, this is TJ Martin's championship to lose here, so he could gain a lot of points here today. Looking to see what happened to Max, just poked his nose underneath Halleck and just hooked the rear end of that 59, turning the PureTech Toyota around. And Jake West, you see him committed to his line there, trying to get back up the track. No place to go, slams the 4 car. Bobby Jones had a great run coming in. He had nowhere to go. Hannah Allen, Eric Monaco, Alexander Rowe doing a great job avoiding it there. As there you see John Bunnell and Caleb Farrell just piling in with no place to go as well. Basically, the track is blocked from there on, and Farrell gets his car stuck there. Same does John Bunnell. So, and then you see, watch TJ Martin. We're going to focus on him as he crosses the line here. The battle for second was pretty lit there. But TJ Martin coming into the corner, you see the stop John Bunnell, and just basically sideswipes that 53 there. No place to go for TJ Martin. Not sure it was a spotter error or not. But TJ Martin with a lot of damage, but they managed to get that car repaired, as you saw earlier in the footage. And just the turn of events here. Sean Angel could be in the catbird seat if TJ Martin also gets a bad result here, so we're gonna have to wait and see how things pan out. But this has really taken a big twist in this championship fight. Coming to the restart, Bradley Bishop Jr. has blown the car up in that 61. He was looking for a solid top 20 run here, but coming off of turn number 4, the pace car is off, and it's Kyle Bachelia that leads here with the cycle pit stops here. Bachelia stayed out, same to Richardson and Patrick Smith. As Richardson, who's had a lot of damage, has really had a bit of a journey here today here, with the rear end basically destroyed on that 17 car. Kyle Bachelia trying to run away from everybody else. Not quite sure where the fuel remains for a lot of them here, as Aiden Shepard trying to get around there. They're all really gathered up in turn 3 there. Eric Demex going underneath Sean Hartwell there. JJ Roberts trying to do the same thing. Everybody just scrambling for track position on these restarts here. While looking at TJ Martin, he is now running in the 21st position. Might have to make that 20th. Actually, to make that 21st there, so he's going to have to get around a lot of the lap cars here. Really, a lot of the slower cars, he believes, that he can get in terms of track position, because every point matters here. You see Sean Angel getting around Rob Evans. Jack Porkins has had a really rocky race so far. He is actually running in 9th, so good recovery for Jack Porkins here, getting around Patrick Smith. You see there, Aiden Shepard on the charge here. He's up to 3rd. Anthony Marchese still a few laps down, a lap down or so here. Eric Demex now up to 4th there. So good run for the 16 car. The 25 doing pretty good. As I mentioned, JJ Roberts having a pretty good run for the Flying Aces team. They've really had a good journey today here. Really a lot of ups and downs here, but mostly ups for this 25 car here today. But really just a lot of drivers trying to gather their way upwards through the field in those newer tires here, as TJ Martin has closed in on Eric Monaco and a few of those drivers in front of TJ Martin that are on that lead lap. Aiden Shepard looking underneath Kyle Bachelia. Just those newer tires are much stronger than those older tires there, and Shepard takes the lead away. An easy overtake on the 60 car. And put car number 60 up front there. Eric Demax and Yakko trying to reel in James Richardson there. He's kind of bottling them up there. You see Demax just not able to get the run off the corner there. But just that straightaway speed and the difference on newer tires just showcases the amount of raw pace and grip you can have as Roberts getting around them as well. Like I said, just an impressive run for the youngster here. J.J. Roberts having a good day here. Sean Hartwell has made his way back up into the top 10 here. Alexander Rowe within that top 10 to say the least here. So Flying Ace is having a good run here. Both of their cars doing pretty good here. As Corey Williams dropping back here, TJ Martin has actually been able to get around a couple of the other drivers there. He is now up to 17th here, so he's got to get around Eric Monaco. Remember, Jake West has a 22-point lead coming into this race, and again, that's really going to deteriorate with Jake West dropping all the way to 32nd. That is where he's going to finish here today, and he didn't lead any laps, so we know there's no bonus points for that Ford car here. So TJ Martin trying to get back on the charge here, so that still showcases the raw power that 71 has, even with that damage he had within that big wreck there. As he looks underneath Eric Monaco there, he's got the run off the corner, and this is going to be the next couple laps are going to be the ones that TJ Martin's going to have to try and go all out 100% or the JBL machine. JJ Roberts has closed in on Eric Max, but there's issues with the 25 car, the Dr. Pepper machine. Having some mechanical issues there. Roberts reporting on the radio that something has happened, something has broke on that 25 car, and what was a great run for the 25 team here. JJ Roberts has just had a race that really just went away from him. Potentially a top 5 run for the Dr. Pepper machine has come to an end here, and that's just going to be massive heartbreaks for that 25 team. JJ Roberts is going to be a bit unpleased here, very disappointed here today. Sean Hartwell has really closed in on Aiden Shepard. He actually got around Eric DeMax there. DeMax has been fading a bit in this run here, so that 5 car looking very strong on this racetrack here. They've really set the car up for this latter half of the race here with the track conditions changing. Sean Hartwell has really set the timing charts on fire here in terms of lap pace compared to Aiden Shepard. So Sean Hartwell really closing in on that 60 car. Shepard still looking for his 3rd win of the season here. Hartwell looking for a win for the Mace team here. Remember, they will be shutting down their Hardee's program at the end of this year here. Well, Eugene DeMax will take over basically the chassis and the assets over for this team here. So basically, Eugene DeMax will be in charge of the Mace Enterprise camp in the Hardee side, as he has closed in on Aiden Shepard there. Look at the amount of momentum he got off the corner there. Great exit speed from the Procore machine, and Sean Hartwell is not going to give up without a fight here. Aiden Shepard trying to defend. The car washes up the track, and here comes Sean Hartwell for the race lead there. Car number 5 to the point here at Rockingham. They have found some success here, and it looks like they might have found it here today. With 10 laps to go in the event, Sean Hartwell is now your leader here. Aiden Shepard is going to have to try and reel him back in, but I don't know if that's going to be the case here, because Hartwell is just way better in this run here. Just the amount of experience that 5 team has, and Sean Hartwell himself has, the 2016 champion, looking very hot on the radar here today. Looking back at it, JJ Roberts has found out the issue there. The team have found out the issue. They actually had some weird issues with the power unit there, but it looks like they fixed it, and the car is back on track here. Put some new tires on there. John Arndt has had a good recovery run. He's running inside the top 5 here, running in the 5th spot here, with Sean Angel right behind. Alexander Rowe having another good run in the 05 team there. Jack Porkins, a good recovery run. As I mentioned, Porkins has really had some good drives back here these past couple races here. Seth Cole running a quiet 9th. Cody Lomas rounding out your top 10 here, while TJ Martin is trying to get around Will Lewis for position here. Martin has kind of struggled, but he's now up to 14th here, closing in on Jonathan Wong. And John Buttle there. Jonathan Wong is for position here. Jonathan Wong having a pretty good run here in the 82, running in 13th. So right now, a quiet race for Sean Hartwell. He's been quiet on the radio here ever since he passed Shepard, because he is trying to clock in consistent lap times that are faster than that 60 car. But here he comes around lap traffic. This is going to be a good opportunity for Aiden Shepard to try and pounce in, see if he can get around there. Kyle Michelia coming down pit lane. He is short on gas here. So TJ Martin, that's another point gained here for the 71 car. So he's going to have to hope to see if maybe more drivers run out of gas here, because it's going to be a really close margin coming to Homestead here, because TJ Martin is certainly loving what he's seeing here. It's just been a phenomenal drive for the 71 team, because if they do win this championship, they will be looking back at this to say that we repaired the car in time, and that we are able to really persevere over these dark situations to get ourselves back into the championship fight. You saw Jack Porkins down pit lane. He is also short on gas, so what would have been a good run for him is not going to be the case here today, so it looks like I jinxed him that time around. James Richardson also short on gas, so he's not going to make it the rest of the way home, as Jonathan Wong and a couple of others are going to see this as a good opportunity to get a good points day here. And it looks like Jonathan Wong is now up to 10th, so a good run for this 82 car. Remember, we also have to focus in the top 30 in the points there. Jack Porkins coming out of pit lane there, right into Jonathan Wong's way, actually, so that's not really what the 82 wanted to see, because here comes TJ Martin on that inside there, getting around Corey Williams as well. So Williams has also kind of struggled with his race car here these past couple of laps here, so he's definitely arguing over a bit of a cylinder issue maybe on that 14 car. As there you see Sean Harple is just pulled away from Aiden Shepard, but really the lap cars are being a bit of a hindrance for Sean Harple here with 3 laps to go. We're still focusing on that championship picture here. Despite Harple leading this race, Aiden Shepard trying to manipulate his way around the lap cars here. But Sean Harple running a really good race so far, has avoided a lot of the carnage here. He's just lapped TJ Martin here. Martin is currently 11th in this race right now. And Harple just minding his P's and Q's right now with 2 laps to go. Mace Enterprises looking for another win with the 5 camp here. Eric DeMax won in a photo finish at Charlotte. Today could be a win for Sean Harple here at Rockingham. White flag is in the air. 1 more lap to go here at Rockingham Motor Speedway, as Sean Harple just taking his time there. Jonathan Wong holding him up a bit, but he's got plenty of gap over Aiden Shepard here. And down the backstretch for the final time goes car number 5 in the turns number 3 and 4. Sean Harple has just had quite an up and down career, but it's going to be mostly ups here today. Sean Harple's going to take the checkered flag, get another victory for Mace Enterprises here at Rockingham. A sensational effort for the 5 team here. And looking at TJ Martin, he's going to finish in 11th here, and with Jake West finishing 32nd, that is 21 points gained on TJ Martin, I believe, or really gained by TJ Martin, excuse me, for that 71 team. A sensational run for TJ Martin. 11th may not be the run for they wanted, but looking at that predicament, that is huge in the championship lineup coming into Homestead. And I believe with this point system, they could be actually tied coming in here. This is going to be certainly a grinding championship and quite a suspenseful one for a lot of the race fans and for teams alike here in the 2018 Hardee's National Series season. We are getting closer to finding the true champion of the series here and getting to the conclusion of this season as well. It's been a wild season with twists and turns, wild racing, and wild finishes here. Sean Harple took the victory here for Mace Enterprises, the 2016 champion, continuing to show his worth and potential here. He's had some good runs in Sony Cup and is continuing to show some today here, and with a win in Rockingham, that's going to boost his morale here coming into the Sony Cup race here the upcoming day. So again, congratulations to Sean Hartle here. We're actually going to need to look at the top 10 here. Aiden Shepard second, Yakko third, good run for the 18 yet again. Sean Angel fourth, Eric Demax fifth, Rowe sixth, Arndt seventh, Seth Cole 8th, Cody Lamas with a good run in 9th, and Jonathan Wong, sensational run for the Red Stallion team in 10th. That's really going to help him within the top 30 battle, because remember, if you're within the top 30, within the conclusion of this year, you're going to be set for the first 5 races here. You're going to be basically locked in to those races here, so that's going to be very crucial here at the end of this year. As I mentioned, congratulations to Sean Harple, a well-deserved victory and a wild race here at Rockingham, a wild card race to say the least, for this championship battle.